So we've uploaded several episodes already in 2019, but this is the first episode we've recorded in 2019.
Happy New Year, everybody. Morgan.
Hello to everybody in the future. So let's start the new year off right and talk to the marshal.
A Pony Express rider told me a family is stranded out there. With all the wolves in the area, they won't last long.
Considering how many wolves we've killed already, I think they're basically cloning at this point. They're spawning.
We're gonna find some Cronenberg wolves out there.
So I'm actually not going to be fast-forwarding through this ride over to the objective, because we don't really get to see the open world at night that often. And I thought I'd show it off for a bit.
It's kind of peaceful.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't really use the night part of the day-night cycle that often. And here's another gold piece. We actually don't have that many gold pieces left. I think we're in the last 10 or 15 in the game.
We're literally strip mining the Wild West at this point.
I guess there was like a copper rush in this AU, or the alternate universe, instead of gold.
Gold? That's worthless.
What's gold doing over on top of this cave, I wonder? So I tried to set up another stretchy Cole moment here, but the camera sort of disagreed with me and tried to hide it. It's ashamed of its glitches. So there's the settlers over there. Things don't look too good.
Mister! Help! Wolves killed our horses, and now they're after us. If we can't scare them
Well,
off,
good thing you called Colton White legendary wolf slayer of the Wild West.
keep your rifles up. We're coming to get you.
Since when did wolves learn to fire guns?
You can't hide from...
Oh no, it's just a bunch of robbers.
Robbers and wolves?
It's the classic side mission bait and switch. So the main objective of this is twofold. We have to kill everyone as well as igniting these bales of hay, and sort of like with the moonshine stills in the PSP version, they only ignite with the whiskey bombs. If you try to use dynamite, it won't register.
I think that pack of wolves spawned in and just stood there and waited.
Yeah, at this point, well, I mean, if we're going with our theory that they're just they're budding, I guess. You know, there's as long as there's at least one wolf left, it will, you know, it'll split in two, and two wolves will be created.
In this universe, wolves reproduce asexually.
You're a Jim Dandy.
Alright, so you made a joke last video about more guts than you can hang over a fence being anachronistic slang, but this game actually has some. That phrase, "you're a Jim Dandy," the first use of that slang was actually in 1887. So, this game was 7 years off on that one.
Why would we start taking points off for accuracy now?
Because we gotta fill the dead air somehow.
If you can keep the peace and dodge while I'm gone, I'll make you a deputy when I get back. Gang members are taking some decent folks hostage around town.
Please!
Kill them
Don't
without
cut
hurting
me.
the hostages.
This mission actually has some continuity to it. This first mission with taking hostages doesn't have too much, but the final two objectives are connected, kind of. Anyway, this hostage taking is a trick. Both the hostage and the hostage taker are part of the gang.
Okay, that was clever.
And we left the hostage to die. The fake hostage to die a very indignant death, apparently. There's actually a trick with hostages that I'll be showing off in the extras. So I tried to scalp this particular hostage taker, but his corpse despawned in the middle of the animation.
Bound to know what the Red Hand Gang is up to.
Alright, so here we're going to go over to Travis the Snitch.
Sheriff Denton said you make certain I be escorted to my wagon near the bridge.
this actually has some continuity. This objective will tie into the next objective a little bit. As escort missions go, this one is not too bad, I gotta say.
Tell you everything I know. Just get me to safety.
He'll tell us everything he knows. It'll take about 10 seconds.
It's actually not too far off from the length of the cutscene he gives you eventually. Also, those bounty hunters really know how to climb.
Let's avoid Front Street. My former associates have placed a bounty on my head to stop me from testifying.
Die, you traitor!
I got information. You better save me.
We just got Brutus lumbering along here.
I'm amazed that he thinks that Dodge has more than one street. This is the back alley of the one street in town. They might as well just call it Dodge Street, because that's what the whole city is. So I don't know if I've shown this off yet, but while you're in quick draw mode, you can actually use throwable weapons like dynamite and the whiskey bomb.
There's that third arm again.
I'm willing to let that slip by though, because it's a really convenient thing for gameplay, even if it looks kind of stupid. It's a little more plausible when you're using any of the other weapons that are just, one-handed.
The leaders of the Red Hand Gang, they've taken over the Alhambra.
The Alhambra is still standing. That's amazing.
God's gonna be theirs if you don't stop them. Now the Red Hand is up to no good.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being
Taken over
by someone you like. But if someone tries to
plot something big.
in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's
No good.
Thank you, Sonic, for that informative message.
Protect the boss!
Don't let him through.
Yeah, I tried to spice this up a little bit with more visual editing than usual.
The Sonic meme is always appropriate.
Holy shit.
You always have time for a little Jaleel White in your life. So, what amazes me most about this particular Alhambra fight is that all the patrons are still here. The piano guy is here, both the car dealers are here.
The hooker's still here.
Yeah, it's incredible. You gotta say that those are some extremely loyal employees.
Gotta go clear out the Alhambra again.
Save me, cowboy.
Uh-oh. So I don't know if this means that the Red Hand Gang have been taken over by the prostitutes, or if they've convinced them to fight in their stead or something. I have no idea what the point of that final.
Yeah, I don't. Who wrote this?
I believe his name is Randall Johnson. He hasn't done much. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, the origin of Alhambra, the word is actually an Arabic word. Alhambra literally means the red one. It was initially a Spanish palace or fortress in, I believe, the 15th century.
Have a word with Marcus Billings. He's over at Land Attorney's office. Sounds like he's in desperate need of help.
All right, let's go see what Marcus Billings has to say for himself. Not too far a walk, at least.
This urgent message needs to get to Empire. Take it to one Edgar Merriweather. He's
Even the horse is wondering why you got on it.
Get a wiggle on, or the deal will be next. You'll need to pick up a fresh horse halfway. Stop at the ranch house. They'll set you up.
Oh, I had no idea that the ranch was called the Garden of Madness. That's an interesting fact. Sorry, it was another Robert Eckendowns joke.
Well, better get a move on, boy.
That cutscene wasn't even worth bothering tagging. That was less than a second, I think.
In the nick of time, son. That fat banker was set to close the whole deal.
I have to ask, have you ever needed a fresh horse in any other situation in this game?
You don't really need one. It's just a way of forcing you to talk to certain NPCs. So this bank interior doesn't get used at all in the console game, although in the PSP version, there is one set piece here. I'll be showing that off later.
Hey, Jesse at the main office is all riled up. You better go see what's the burr under his saddle.
Damn it, Jesse. Always stirring up trouble.
We sent an urgent parcel to an L. Gordon 2 days ago.
Oh no, not L. Gordon.
Headed for the old canyon mines. We
Some
think
call him
he might
the
have met
Gordon.
Some Indians must have ducked into the Badlands mine to hide. 'Cause no one's seen hide nor hair of him since. We don't care about men so much as the package. Find it and finish
Oh, well, at
the
least you got your
delivery.
priorities
Understand?
straight.
Nobody gives a shit about him. We just want what we ordered off of Amazon.
Now, this is a really horrible depiction of the Pony Express for the most part, but that actually is fairly accurate. The Pony Express riders were incredibly disposable.
I've been forting up here forever. Together we can take them Indians. What? You just want the package and my horse? But what about
I like
me?
how Cole suddenly becomes Silent Bob during cutscenes, or at least during like the machinima style cutscenes where you're just talking to one NPC. Anyway, we've been ambushed by natives. Let's get the hell out of here. Not run into a wall. Thank you. All right, let's get out of here. We got to get out of Hazard County.
Long about now, I bet that boy wishes he had a parachute.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. Oh, there he is.
Thanks, partner. It's a miracle you got past those Indians. A miracle, I say.
This is the same guy we took the package from.
It's his vanished twin brother.
He's stolen the technology from the wolves.
All right, well, we've finished most of the Pony Express missions for now, so let's go talk to the Indian hunter.
The white wolf is as fierce as she is swift. She hunts near lakes and streams.
This particular mission is going to seem incredibly lazy when you realize just how close the white wolf spawning point is to the hunter. Like, she spawns right across where the trader is. That's less than a minute horse ride away.
This is lazy compared to...
Even by this game's standards, it's incredibly lazy.
I'll give you that.
That's an incredibly low bar, I realize. And it can't even pass that. So, the white wolf works just like all the other hunting targets, but I realized something that I didn't think would happen with the other hunting targets. Somehow, I managed to spook the white wolf and get a headshot while she was running away, which I didn't think actually was possible until now. But there you go. Now I have video evidence.
That would have saved so much trouble.
Now, of course, it's time to celebrate. I decided to give it more of an American twist this time. I'm sure those bullets won't come down and kill anybody. They were on an angle after all. They'll probably just evaporate.
They're out of the map by now.
How may I serve you, great warrior?
All right, so now we're gonna clean out the Indian trader. We're gonna get everything else he has, because we had like $300 or something. So we've just completely taken out all of his stock. We're very close to getting all of the upgrades in the game.
Get his gold.
I do, however, love that the horse just jumps on top of the houses.
Yeah. Those are some high-quality horseshoes. Anyway, I kept that bandit attacking because it had some unique dialogue. And this one coming up, too.
I don't care if he ain't on no poster. Kill him dead, I say.
Anyway, let's go over to the Badlands, and there's something suspicious about that house over there.
It kind of exists.
Well, let's go over to the Badlands mine. And I have a strange feeling that if I pick up a TNT barrel that's over there, something will happen. If I bring it over to the house, gotta pick it up first. Let's go all the way over to the house and place it in front of the chimney. Right over here. And we gotta stand back, obviously, and not blow ourselves up. Oh, take a look at that.
What?
Yep, there is an infinite supply of ammo of every weapon and throwable item in the game, except for whiskey, strangely enough. I don't know why whiskey is the exemption, but anyway, now that we have a, supplies of infinite ammo of every weapon in the game, let's go hunting. And give it a more American twist this time. And I went out of my way to get an accurate flag for this. That is the concentric 38-star American flag that would have been used around this time period. My name is Colton White, and I approve this message. Colton White, 2020.
I'd vote for him at this point. I'd also like to point out you're Canadian and you know American history better than I do.
That was Amerigo Vespucci who showed up a little earlier. America is named after him. All right, so there's some gold in Empire here. There's 3 patches of gold over here.
Just
sitting here.
There.
Yeah. Empire is the biggest city in this entire world of gun, and right outside the city limits, no one has bothered to look for any gold. And there's actually some gold I missed as well, which we'll be seeing later. So there are more than 3 patches of gold. Also, one thing I didn't see before you level up, when you level up, you get different ranks. We are currently a badass.
That's open to interpretation.
May I interest
we start out as a greenhorn and end up as a legend. So we just we're gonna buy out everything else with the shopkeep. And now we officially have every upgrade in the game, all 30, and we're at 80% completion.
That is a good round number.
Speedy Pete's set to bragging again. He's the local legend, in his own mind at least. He's been flapping his gums to no end about being faster than you. Think you can best him?
Speedy Pete over here. We're gonna have to speed run this.
I've been riding for the Pony Express for 3 years.
Bullshit.
I'm the fastest round these parts.
That is actually bullshit, because the Pony Express ran for less than a year between 1860 and 1861.
I ain't about to let that happen. So,
and yet the Pony Express constantly comes up in a lot of media about the American West, because it's just such an iconic part of the time period, even though, it was open for less than 12 months.
No, see, he rode for 2 years for the Mule Express before they got bought out.
Either way, he's still lying.
Right.
I borrowed Barry Kramer for the editing on this particular sequence.
Quick, take this horse and ride.
See, here's one part where you might want to use a fresh horse, but mostly they're just like excuses to have you talk to another NPC. Also, sorry for the hard cut there. My video corrupted again. So Speedy Pete beat us there.
Damn, you're fast.
He really is faster. Why is he claiming that he lost?
Shit. Keep the root. You earned it.
He's just being courteous. He doesn't want to admit that he beat us again.
I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm gonna retire before I get dead.
This one's a run through Indian territory. Got enough grit for that? The shopkeep here in Dodge will fill you in.
So this is, I believe, the second last Pony Express mission, if I remember correctly.
This medicine's got to get to the Morgan family. They're out near the old canyon mines. There's a new horse for you in Devil's Slot Canyon. For riding on.
Anyway, issuing a quick correction, I did not realize that both the shopkeeps in Dodge and Empire are both voiced by Robert Eka Downs. I thought they were separate voice actors. Also, here's the second laziest cutscene in the game.
I tried to hold them off. They overpowered me and stole your horse.
Trust me, it all happened off screen.
Hurry, you can still get it back. Oh.
I'm sorry, I need to drop something.
Thank you, Nostalgia Critic. I needed that reaction. I used JonTron last time. I gotta spread them around.
He doesn't fall dead. He kind of hinges backwards.
And they didn't have the budget or the resources to show one of the NPCs stealing your horse, so they had to tell you off screen that your horse got stolen.
Hey, I'm going to show you a magic trick. Turn around.
Yeah.
Turn
it's
around.
only the second laziest cutscene in the game, I'm maintaining. The laziest cutscene is at the end of the next video.
Oh, I have that to look forward to.
Hey, you okay? Heard the gunshots from here. It's becoming a real war. Well, thanks kindly.
Alright, I think I have time for this. Alright, so the music in Gun was composed by Christopher Lennertz. I'll talk about what he's done after this cutscene.
The great mountain lion is a fierce warrior. His senses far surpass our own. He who slays it will gain strength from its spirit. The cougar causes terror in the mountains you call the Northern Rockies.
So, Christopher Lennertz. He's mainly known for composing all of the music for the CW show Supernatural.
Oh my god.
He's done a lot of work, though. He composed the music for the 2018 Netflix version of Lost in Space.
Okay.
And he hasn't done hasn't done that many video games, although he was supposed to do the music for Scalebound, the Xbox One exclusive Platinum Games title that ended up being canceled. There's actually a couple of interesting tracks in Gun. Anyway, I had the same issue with the Grey Mountain Lion, where I managed to get a headshot on him after he got spooked. Alright, I need to confirm my kill. I need to make sure that he's dead. Alright, I think he's dead now.
He's gone. He's on fire.
Yep. Also, I like how even when you have no ammo left in your quiver, there's always an arrow. They didn't bother making an extra animation for when you had no arrows left.
This game is the gift that keeps on giving, folks.
Alright.
I ain't gonna lie, this one's gonna be tough.
This is the last Pony Express
Councilman
mission.
Webster will give you the lowdown.
And it anchors the amateur historian in me. For reasons that you may or may not know. How much do you actually know about the Pony Express?
Well, I understand it ran for about a year.
Of the railroad. They need to be delivered to the foreman on the line at once. We must be quick about it, or the savages will destroy it all.
That man is a leprechaun.
Has Robert Eka Downs ever voiced a leprechaun, aside from Councilman Webster?
No, that's one for the record books.
Alright, we gotta get into voice leprechaun. Alright, so you could see that native there was trying to attack me in the middle of the cutscene. I thought that was pretty cute. Also, I was trying to melee the native who had despawned, so I accidentally meleeed my horse. Oops.
Sorry, horse.
Also, this mission is really weird because not every rail worker has a line of dialogue that's tied to giving them the plans, and it's really disorienting because sometimes you don't get don't get visual confirmation as to when you've actually given them the plans. I mean, because your eye isn't automatically drawn to the top of the screen where the objective is. You would want some audio feedback as well as visual. Anyway, it's not here. It's after this part.
Job well done. Go get
So you're saying the developers did not plan this well?
Yeah, just for this mission though. This conversation is what really annoys me.
Kid, you've done this town a great service. The citizens offer their sincerest gratitude. But the railroad is complete now. There ain't no need for the Pony Express. Well, maybe you can still make use of these.
We've worked ourselves out of a job!
Best I ever laid eyes on.
The railroads had nothing to do with the closure of the Pony Express. It was the telegraph. The railroad had been around for years before the Pony Express came along. It literally had nothing to do with it. Come on!
Telegraph killed the Pony Express. Video killed the radio star. Internet killed the newspaper.
And I guess I'm too angry to even think of a comeback for that. That's just too.
1897, ugh. Folks. Goddamn millennials!
All right, that's a good place to cut off there.